And we'll keep it like this. So if you guys don't know me, my name is Brooke Kineski. I'm a triple diamond with It Works. And I'll just tell you guys my story real quick if you don't know me. I started this business in April 2018, so just a little over a year ago. I was a college student at the time, about to graduate in 2 weeks, and I watched Kara for about 3 years because I am getting married to her cousin, so I knew her for a long time. And one night I was talking with my boyfriend and his mom, and I was like, I just need a couple extra $200. I was moving to their small town, and all I wanted was like $200 for gas and groceries while I was looking for my accounting job. I was going to be an accountant, and you guys, I did not want to do that, so I secretly worked this business like it was my full-time job and haven't had to get a job since. So that is my short little version of my story. So Morgan, will you tell your story really quick? If you can unmute yourself.
Yes. Okay. So if you don't know me, my name is Morgan Hartzell. I started this business in October, and in when was it? March, I promoted to Diamond. No, it was February. I promoted to Diamond, and then March I promoted to Double Diamond. This last month I promoted my husband to Double Diamond as well. And so I was able to quit my full-time job as an EMT. When I first started, I was going to paramedic school. I was an EMT working full-time, and I hated every second of it, honestly. I knew since I had my daughter that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I hated working. I hated being away from her. And so in 6 months, I was able to quit my job, and I am working full-time at home, this business, and we're just heading for triple.
Okay, so we are going to give you guys tips on how we enroll distributors and then how we get them started. So can you guys hear me and see me okay? Because my screen's frozen, so it might just be Morgan though. Can somebody tell me if they can hear me okay? Okay, we're good. Okay, so I'll get started on how I attract and enroll DTs. When I first got started, this was a struggle for me. It just wasn't my strong point, but it really is all about mindset. So you have to have a good mindset in this business. You have to wake up and be like, I'm going to enroll DTs today. I'm going to help somebody get started on this business, because we truly do have a special gift in our hands that we have to share to everyone. So what I mainly do right now is attraction marketing. So this can be anything. It can be posting on Facebook, on your stories, Instagram stories. So what you want to do is on Facebook, when you're posting, you want to make sure it's like a lifestyle post. Say what this business has truly done for you, what it's going to do for you. If you're just getting started, you don't have to have like a crazy story right now. You just have to make sure you know where you're going. So you can post where you were before you started, where you're at now. So let's say like you can't afford, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Say that's where you were, and now you're working towards, sorry, somebody's unmuted, and I don't want.
You pull a phone charger.
Can everyone mute themselves, please? I don't know if I can. Just mute yourself if you're not muted, please. I can't do it myself. Lauren, Hamzo, can you mute yourself, please? Okay, well, I'm going to keep going, but Lauren, can you please mute yourself? So you want to post about your story. Post about where you were, where you're at now, where you're going. This is going to be super important because people are going to see like your journey. And if you're posting about earning a $10,000 bonus, because bonuses got extended, guys. So if you're posting about that, people are going to be like, what? A $10,000 bonus? People are going to be like, I want to do what she's doing. And even if you guys don't hit that goal, like I hope you guys all do, but if you don't, still keep posting about it. Just speak it out to the world, and people are going to be like, what the heck? I want to join this. So just make sure you're posting stuff like that. Um, some other things that I've done before. So I really like host post on Facebook. And what I do is when I have people post like about a product, and let's say it gets like 5 to 10 comments, you guys, I'm going to offer the business to them because obviously their friends are going to be interested. They're interested in the products already. So this person's going to be like, oh, what the heck? Like my friends, I didn't think they'd be interested. And they're going to be. So this person's going to be like, oh, yeah, I totally want to join. Like, even if you've already signed up a couple of their friends, like as a customer, you can say, hey girl, I've already got 2 of your friends to sign up. If you join me within like tonight or tomorrow, I will be able to help, like I'll be able to move these customers to you, and then that will get you started on this business. So that's another thing that I like to do because it's just nice to know, like if you're just getting started and you post something for someone and it blows up, like that's going to make people more comfortable and just more excited because they already see that their friends are excited about the business or about the products, I mean. So that's another tip I have. Another thing is when you're even talking to a potential loyal customer and they're like getting ready to get like signed up, and like let's say they're going to buy the keto coffee and chocolate greens, you can say, hey, just for what, a couple more dollars, you can get started on this business, use the products, and make money. That's another good tip, is something that I need to like work on, because if somebody's already interested in the products, they're probably interested in making some money too. So why don't you just offer that to them while you're already talking to them? Um, Another thing is sharing like your story. Like I know I already talked about this at the beginning about kind of attraction marketing, but on Instagram, on my stories, I really like to put like just what the business has done for me, in different little, like post pictures of yourself, of your family. Let me look and see if I can get on. I have one on there now. So like make it your own. Like it's just a picture of myself. I don't know if you can see it. And then I just keep adding different text to that same picture. And then I have like the join for 49 and then a poll. So you want to make sure you're putting those polls, but just make it simple like that. Like use one picture and then keep adding text to that. And if you don't know how, you can ask your upline or ask me. It's super simple. You just take like a screenshot of the first one and then just keep adding text onto it. This has got me a lot of distributors actually on Instagram, because I don't use it very often, but because I love Facebook. But on Instagram, even if you do like the swipe up, last week, I don't know what happened, but I just put like a swipe up if you're interested, and I had 2 girls swipe up and then one of them joined. So yeah, use your own pictures, you guys. Don't always screenshot other people's stories that's all blurry and doesn't look good, because that's not going to attract people. Use your own pictures of yourself, your family, pictures you've taken yourself. That's going to help you a lot and help you get distributors, just because they know it's your stuff and they might be seeing these stories like other places if you're screenshotting them, and you want to stand out to these people because you know there is a lot of It Works distributors. So you just want to be your true self, and then people are going to start trusting in you, and then they're going to start joining you. So that's all I have for now. So Morgan is going to talk about, oh wait, I have one more thing. Okay. Following up, you guys. It's so important in this business. If you talk to somebody one time and they say, oh, like I can't do that right now, that doesn't mean no. Like that means not right now. So maybe next month, send them a quick message. If you talked to somebody last month and they were interested, you guys send them a message about these $49 kits, because after the 5th, I'm sure they're not going to come back, because we've had discounted kits for a long time. So make sure you are following up with every person that you've talked to in the past couple months and say, hey, it's only $49 right now to get started. And Lacey, how do I track what? That's all I have. So I'll keep an eye on the chat, Lacey, if you want to say what.
How do you track like who you're following up with? Like if you're following up a month later, how do you track that?
So you're going to have to try and get organized yourself. So I'm like a pen and pencil person, or pen and paper person. So I like to write it down, but like there's different ways. You can just You just have to get organized yourself. But if you like get out a piece of paper and then write down people that are interested, and then you can like make columns, and then like let's say you check in with them this like today. You can put like a little check mark or put the date, and then if they like don't message you back, maybe 2 weeks later, send them another message. So you just kind of have to figure out how to get organized yourself. There's no like certain way to do it. You just kind of have to figure it out. So Morgan, if you want to talk about how you track distributors.
Yeah, and to add on to what you guys were just talking about, so I have an Excel spreadsheet, and every single person I talk to, I put their name in a column, the date I talk to them, if they are wanting to be a distributor or if they're interested in a product, I write down what product they're interested in. And then like I have a column for notes. So like if they say they don't get paid till the 30th, then I'll write that down. And then I also put if I found them on Instagram or Facebook, because we talk to so many people. And so sometimes that's just really helpful to know if they were on Instagram or Facebook. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about consistency. And it's so, so important, and you hear it all the time. But I just want to share with you a message that a girl sent me last week or the week before. She said, "I hate living paycheck to paycheck, and every time I see your posts, it pulls me in." And that was like just a light bulb for me. It was like, okay, you have to keep posting no matter what. Because people are watching. This girl has never messaged me. She's never liked anything, and she's never commented on any of my posts. But then she messaged me that day and said that my posts were pulling her in. And that's just so important, because you want people to start messaging you first. Like obviously when you first get started, you have to, people need to trust you before they're going to join you. Unless it's like your best friend or someone, they need to see that you are being consistent and that your business is open and that they can trust you in order to join you. So with that being said, we all know about the daily 6 list that you should be doing. I know some of us are new, so I'll go over that. The daily 6 list is basically 6 things that you should be doing every single day to work this business. And it's going to be huge for obviously customers, but distributors as well. And number 1 is posting. Number 2 is posting on your stories. Messaging. If you guys aren't messaging for distributors, you need to, because I know sometimes we get caught up in just messaging for customers because we need that volume, but we also need new distributors because that's super important to keep your legs going and to keep enrolling new people. So a sample message that I would send to someone is, "Hey girl, are you interested in what I do?" Or sometimes I'll say, "Hey girl, you're adorable. I'm looking for 3 new people to join my business. What do you think?" And just kind of get the conversation started from there. And then the 4th thing is following up with everyone you've talked to. Interacting with people's posts would be number 5, because you want Facebook and Instagram have like an algorithm. And so when you're interacting with other people's posts, your posts are going to go to the top of Facebook or Instagram. So like you're the one that everyone is seeing. And then I think I forgot one. Post, story, message. Did I forget one? I don't know. I'm going to move on though. One thing I want to talk about for real is do not give up, because this consistency is going to pay off. I promise you. I've said this before, but I thought I was going to go Ruby in my first full month, which would have been November, and I didn't go Ruby. I could have quit, but I didn't. I stayed consistent. And then my second full month, I didn't go Ruby, and I finally went Ruby in January. So don't think just because you're not in, a mass enroller or you're not promoting, that doesn't mean that this business isn't for you and that you can't succeed in this business. You just have to stay consistent with everything, and it'll all come together. Another thing I wanted to talk about, this doesn't really go with consistency, but I think it's super important that if you have a spouse or a significant other, to sign them up, and I would do it while the kits are on sale, because obviously you're going to be getting double the income. And like I said, I'm double diamond, and I just promoted my husband to double diamond too. So that's a lot of money coming in from both of our accounts. Yes. And if you enroll your spouse, they have to stay on your top line. So let me see. I think that was all I had for that. And then Brooke, you can go about the new DTs.
Okay, I had one thing to say about like keeping organized, like your potential distributors. We have this thing like our Connect app, you guys, and you can add your potentials numbers to your phone and add it into your Connect app, and you can like create new groups. So I have one that's called like April leads or April potential distributors, and you can literally go in, and if you have all the numbers in there, it'll take you like 2 seconds to send out messages about this $49 kit. So that's something that's like really cool, you guys. The company put this together for us, and it's super simple. Okay, so after you I'm going to talk about how to start up your new distributors. So you spent all this time getting them to sign up. You want to start them off right. So another thing in the Connect app, you can get them started on there and have them watch the training videos, because corporate put together amazing training videos. So you want them to go in and just watch those quick, have them like log into their account and confirm all their tax info so that it doesn't say commission hold on there, because we all know that's annoying. So have them do those two things. And then what I really like to do, because I love host post. So what I have my new distributors do is post on their Facebook wall, or you can do like on their Instagram story or anything, whatever social media they want to use, and just have them post like a post that says, my friend Brooke and I are looking for 5 people to try out our coffee that's going to burn fat, give you mental focus, blah, blah, blah. Drop an emoji below. And then you guys don't let them message by themselves, because they aren't going to know what to say, and you don't want them to like word vomit all over these people, because it's probably going to scare them away. So on Facebook and on Instagram too, you can start like a group message and put that new distributor in the message with you and just like lead the conversation. So then they can get those, like if you're using scripts or just how you're wording the messages, it's going to help them feel more comfortable in the long run. But don't like overwhelm them with a bunch of different products. Stick with like 2. So I like to do like coffee and TFX. So I'll stick to those 2, just so that they're not overwhelmed with 50 products. And then they just get familiar with those 2, and then later on they can like get into the other products. So that's one of the main things I do. And then I like to have people make a dirt list. I got this from Courtney Bohr. So like anyone that would buy dirt from you, you're going to send them a message and just see if they would either support you and help you by posting for them, or see if they'd be interested in buying any products from you. So once they send out those messages, then you're going to, you also still want to help them with the messaging, so they can either screenshot the messages to you and you can send them exactly what to say, just so they're like getting familiar with wording. Like I said, again, it's all about teaching them and holding their hands from the beginning, because if they're overwhelmed with being tagged in a bunch of posts on our team pages, don't do that. You guys, don't tag them in a ton of posts on our team pages, because that's going to scare them away. I know on our team page, we do have a units tab that takes them through a little training. Tag them in that first before you tag them in like 20 million things on our page, because that would scare me away. So just hold their hand and help them and send them a message every single day. Just be like, hey girl, how are you doing? Hey, what do you want to do today? Like, do we need to help you make a post? And then another important thing is helping them just like make their first, like their own post, not a host post, their own post. And you can do different things like their lifestyle post or like why they started and why they joined and whatnot. Morgan will talk more about that. She's good about making posts like that. And yeah, just kind of telling them the basics. And then after like the first week or so, just try to tell them that you do have to be consistent with this business and you have to do it every day to see success. And they have to do certain things every day, especially like messaging. I think that's another important thing to tell your new DTs is that they do have to message. Like if they're just posting and they're not getting any likes, they're going to get super like discouraged. And I know a lot of people do. I do when I don't get any likes. So they just have to realize that it doesn't all come from posting, because that's all they see us do. They don't see the behind the scenes. They don't see us messaging. So we have to tell them. Let's tell them to send out the messages, give them a script, give them messages to send, and then still help them with those combos if they need it. So that's what I have. So Morgan.
Okay, so we actually do a lot of the same things. What I used to have people do was go into, once they got signed up, I would tag or I would like add them to the team pages and chats. And then I would have everyone go to the document library and read the compensation plan and a little bit about the products, because it's super important to know how you're making money. Obviously, we all join this business to make money. So knowing your compensation plan and then knowing a little bit about your products was super important for me. But then they came out with like this brand new version of the Connect app, which is super cool because it has all of the training in there. And so I send, what are you laughing at? I send some, what do I send? Now you've got, Katie, you just messed me all up. Gosh. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, so we get them in the Connect app, get them to watch the training videos, and then you're going to send them basically a host a post, which is kind of what Brooke just said. And then what I do differently is that I just have them screenshot the conversation and send it to me, so that they're doing it, but I'm like kind of overseeing it just for the first like week or so till they get used to kind of how the scripts go and like what to say. Because like Brooke said, you don't want to just word vomit everything. Like maybe you won't know what to say at all. But I know when I first started, I said things that like sometimes you just say too much information and then people are like, no, I'm not interested. So you just want to make sure that you're screenshotting your messages to your enroller so that they can help you out. Another thing is, okay, so after I do one host a post, then I'm going to have my new distributor do like kind of like a story post. And it's basically, we have it in our team page, but it's basically saying kind of like how long they've been watching me. Like they've been, it says like basically I've been watching so-and-so for this long. This, I decided to join her business because this, and this. It's going to help my family do this, and this. And so that way people kind of know what you're doing a little bit. And if they don't, they're going to ask questions. And then from there, again, just have your distributor screenshot you what people are saying or asking about. And so I would do that for like the first week or two, just helping them with scripts, because you want them to be saying the right things. But I think it's also super important for everyone to know about our products, because we can't sell something that we don't know about. And so what I'm going to start doing, I haven't really done this, but I want to start having my distributors go through the products and just kind of read a little bit about them. You don't have to know everything about them by any means, but you need to know kind of the basics. And that goes into my next point, which might be a little off topic, but being resourceful in this business is super, super important. To know like where you can find product information, where you can find post ideas, scripts, anything that's in your team pages. And so if you have any questions, just ask your enroller, and then they can help you from there. But I just think it's super important to know about your products, because we can't sell something that we don't know about, right? Another thing that I've been doing is, if I move a distributor to another distributor, and I think this is also super important, they need to know each other. So don't just move a distributor and then like not tell the person you moved under, because then they're not going to be able to work together. You want them to become friends, to know each other. And so what we do is just put those two in a chat. Like I create a chat, put those two in it, and then I just kind of introduce them. And if they want to stay in that chat and talk while I'm in there, they can. And if they want to like text or make their own kind of chat and get to know each other, they can do that as well. But that's going to be super important for everyone, so that they're working together, and it's not just two people that don't know that they're helping one another, if that makes sense. I think that's all I have.
I think that's really important what she just said too, is when you're signing up distributors and just like placing them on your chart, like, yeah, like we want to fill our charts, you guys, but these are people, like we want them to succeed. So you want to make sure you're telling people like where they're like getting moved to. And like something that I say is, when I get a new distributor and I do place them under like a leader, I'm going to be like, hey, I am going to introduce you to this amazing leader, just so like if I'm not able to answer questions for you, this leader can help you. Just something simple like that. And tell these people that you're going to like be putting them in a group chat. Just don't overwhelm that new DT. Just let her know or him know that you will be like putting him in a chat, and it's just another leader for them to reach out to and work with. So I think that's all we have. Does anybody have any questions? And Connie, about the script, I think what I was saying is, when I do get a new distributor started, I have them just post a keto coffee post, and it says, my friend Brooke and I are looking for 10 people to try out our keto coffee, or our coffee that burns fat, gives mental focus, curbs cravings, drop an emoji below. Just something like that. I think that's what you're asking. Does anybody have any questions? We'd love to answer them. But I hope this was helpful, and you guys take advantage of the $49 kits. They probably won't be extended, like I said before. They probably won't bring anything back for a while. If you're going for any promotion and need any distributors, you better get them now. I mean, obviously we can sign $99 distributors too, but you might as well get them in while it's $49. And I think that's all we have, you guys. Thank you guys for getting on and spending time with us and just putting time into yourselves for this. And yes, I'm going to stop the recording.